Jai Shri Krishna, dear friends. The answer to every challenge in human life is found in the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. This sacred scripture is a treasure trove of inspiring messages that uplift the hopeless and infuse them with renewed hope. I truly believe that you will watch this video until the very end, and by listening carefully to its teachings with a calm and focused mind, not only will you experience profound peace, but also observe positive transformations in your thoughts and life. I can assure you that anyone who truly absorbs the wisdom of the Gita, understands its essence, and applies its principles will undoubtedly find solutions to every issue they face. They will achieve all that they desire. Therefore, make it a habit to read the essence of Bhagavad Gita every morning and night before sleep. Listen carefully, friends. In the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna says that anyone who listens, studies, and meditates on the verses of this holy scripture with unwavering faith and is free of flaws, will attain my supreme realm, leaving behind all sins. That is why he emphasized its importance. It is also mentioned that any household where the Bhagavad Gita is regularly recited and heard will never face crisis or hardship. The divine blessings of Lord Krishna will forever be upon such a house, and it will be filled with happiness, wealth, prosperity, and joy. At the beginning of the great Mahabharata war on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna becomes overwhelmed by fear as he sees his family, teachers, and friends lined up on both sides of the war. Unable to bear the sight of fighting his own kin, he becomes despondent and goes to Lord Krishna, expressing his doubts and sorrow. Arjuna says, "O Keshav, how can I fight in this battle? The people here, who are my relatives, my brothers, and my revered gurus, will I really fight them? Wouldn't it be better to renounce everything and live humbly than to destroy my own teachers and family members? O Madhusudan, how can I fight my own brothers, sons of Dhritarashtra? This will lead to mass destruction and suffering, and the women who will be widowed. I cannot participate in this war. How can I find peace in destroying my own family?" Seeing Arjuna's confusion, Lord Krishna imparts the divine teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, not only for Arjuna, but for all of humanity through the ages. The Bhagavad Gita continues to be a timeless guide, offering wisdom on how to live a righteous life. It teaches lessons of duty, love, and devotion, and therefore, we should all make it a habit to study it daily. Lord Krishna continues, explaining that the material world is an illusion, born from him. He is the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of this universe. He knows all past, present, and future beings, though none truly know him. Krishna advises Arjuna to always follow the path of truth, as truth is eternal and shines through the darkness. Death is an unchanging truth, and just as a person sheds old clothes, the soul discards its old body and adopts a new one. Seeing Arjuna's struggle, Lord Krishna tells him, "O Arjuna, you speak as if you are wise, but the true wise one is not shaken by such feelings. Life and death are governed by destiny, and all these people are destined to die. You are just an instrument in this grand design. The one who understands this will not mourn or grieve. Whatever happens is part of the natural order. It's not in your control. What is meant to happen will happen, and what is not meant to be will never be." Krishna reminds Arjuna of his duty as a Kshatriya, to fight for righteousness and protect dharma. He urges Arjuna to set aside his attachments and do what is right, as this will lead to his liberation. Krishna emphasizes that by avoiding the fight, Arjuna would only bring dishonor upon himself, and the world would view him as weak and cowardly. Lord Krishna continues, explaining that the material world is an illusion, born from him. He is the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of this universe. He knows all past, present, and future beings, though none truly know him. Krishna advises Arjuna to always follow the path of truth, as truth is eternal and shines through the darkness. Death is an unchanging truth, and just as a person sheds old clothes, the soul discards its old body and adopts a new one. Krishna teaches that those who are wise neither mourn for the dead nor become overly attached to the living, as they understand the eternal nature of the soul. Life, death, and rebirth are part of the divine cycle, and we must accept them without fear or sorrow. Arjuna is reminded that he should live without attachment and perform his duties selflessly, without concern for the outcomes. Shri Krishna reveals that the soul is eternal and cannot be harmed by anything in the material world. He advises Arjuna to control his mind, for it is the mind that creates both illusion and suffering. When the mind is disturbed, it causes confusion and leads one away from the truth. But through practice, the restless mind can be controlled. As the battle of life continues, Shri Krishna teaches Arjuna to embrace his duties with a calm and composed mind, free of attachment. He emphasizes that one's true worth is defined not by birth, but by actions. The wise person finds joy in their work and strives for selflessness. Krishna also explains that the mind can be both a friend and an enemy, and it is through controlling the mind that one finds peace. Through the practice of self-discipline and detachment, a person can overcome doubt and reach higher states of consciousness. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna reveals profound truths about the nature of the soul, the impermanence of the body, and the importance of spiritual wisdom. He encourages Arjuna and all of humanity to live a righteous life, free from attachment, and to always remain focused on the divine path of truth. It holds a web of illusion, continuously casting it over the desires of people, thus keeping them under its influence. The mind is captivated both by the body and its fleeting pleasures, and it becomes just as entranced by its own pains. It rejoices in moments of happiness and sings sorrowful tunes in times of distress. Often, it seeks joy by involving others in its own misfortunes. O Partha, it is vital for a person to control their mind. Master your inner thoughts and direct your focus inward, for only then will you clearly see the divine light within your soul. Time does not follow the paths created by humans. Rather, humans must walk the path dictated by time. This is known as fate. Life is challenging. It often appears that, instead of changing ourselves, we try to change the circumstances around us. When time seems to work against you, the best response is to remain composed. When you feel devotion rising within, recognize that it's not you who chose God, but God who chose you. No matter what others say, stay calm, for just as the sea remains unaffected by the sun's brightness, so should you remain steady. Be cautious of those who fill your ears with unnecessary chatter, for they often ruin even the best of relationships. Abilities are born from actions. A person is born with nothing, just like a zero. In this world, love is the ultimate truth, one greater than truth itself. It's impossible to be untrue to someone you truly love. The most beautiful couple in the world is the smile and the tear. It's rare for these two to meet, but when they do, that moment becomes the most beautiful of all. Karma is the highest form of religion. Lord Krishna, in his teachings to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, emphasizes that a person is born to act. No one can live without action. A person must perform their duties, undeterred by the outcomes. Anger is the gateway to hell. It disturbs the mind, making one lose control and often causing harm to oneself. Lord Krishna advises that a person should avoid anger at all costs, no matter how strong it may be. Instead, seek to remain calm. What you possess today was once someone else's, and it will belong to someone else in the future. You come into this world empty-handed and will leave the same way. Therefore, mastering the mind is essential. The mind, like the wind, is incredibly volatile. It is often the mind that leads a person toward lustful desires. For anyone aiming for success in life, controlling the mind is key. By mastering your thoughts, the power of your mind becomes focused, paving the way for success in all endeavors. According to the Gita, a person who has controlled their mind stays free from unnecessary worries and desires, easily achieving their objectives. If you fail to control your mind, it will become your greatest enemy. Those who live in constant doubt will never find peace, and doubt will only serve to destroy relationships. A person's actions shape their life. Good actions lead to positive results, while bad actions bring negative outcomes. Therefore, always strive to act righteously. There are 5 primary causes of sorrow. The first is seeing God's grace only when things go in your favor, and feeling sorrow when they don't. The second is selfishness, where the misfortune of others is viewed through the lens of personal benefit. The third is the constant fear of losing what you have or not obtaining what you desire. The fourth is neglecting what should be done and doing what should not. Lastly, ego creates sorrow by wanting to take credit for beautiful events, feeling superior when success occurs. Lord Krishna teaches that the more you detach from these trivial concerns, the more happiness you will find. The beauty of the body may captivate the mind, but the beauty of nature captivates the heart. A person's nature should always remain pure. Only two beings truly understand the truth of our lives: God and our conscience. A person without knowledge or faith in God will never experience true happiness. Attachment is the root cause of suffering. The more attached a person is, the more pain they will endure and regret from the past. Time is an immense force that can even bring pride to the most humble person. But if your time is bad, avoid bad company. Remember 4 things in life. 1. Destiny cannot be achieved without sacrifice. 2. You must give up something to gain something. 3. He who does not give has no right to take. 4. A person wastes their life hoping for fruit without planting seeds. Don't feel the need to explain yourself to anyone. Those who believe in you don't need explanations, and those who don't will never understand. The wise remain silent, the learned speak, and the foolish argue. The difference between dreams and goals lies in the effort required. Dreams come with sleep, but goals come with hard work. Always cultivate good thoughts, for one's mindset shapes their life. Work towards becoming better, as one negative person's existence will naturally fade from the world. True love is rooted in sacrifice, and when you give, you should not expect anything in return. The most enduring relationships come from mutual respect. A person's life is shaped by their faith. What they believe in is what they become. Life moves quickly, and satisfaction is the ultimate key. When a person is content, nothing can break them. Ego often leads us to sever meaningful relationships, but true strength lies in humility. It's important to keep your financial situation private. If you're doing well financially, others may start asking you for loans. And if you're struggling, people might lose respect for you and withhold their support. Therefore, you should keep your emotions, both joy and sorrow, personal. Learn from fruits. They can enhance their flavor even when salt is added. Yet some people, no matter how sweet the situation, turn everything into bitterness. Never make promises when you are happy, nor speak in anger, and avoid making decisions when you're sad. A person can know a great deal, even the entire world, but if they don't know themselves, they are still ignorant. Don't take offense when someone rejects you. They just don't see your worth. Always stay calm. This will help you become stronger in life, because iron is tough when cold, but can be shaped when heated. You too can be shaped. These 7 virtues will protect you during any hardship: wisdom, humility, intelligence, inner courage, good deeds, a habit of speaking the truth, and faith in God. In difficult times, people may become isolated, but those difficulties strengthen one's faith in God. Trust in God as a child trusts that, when tossed in the air, they will not fall. This childlike faith knows no fear because it believes in the one who holds them. As Krishna says, don't shrink your mind. When your own people turn away, I will support you. Never lower yourself so much that others begin to see you as inferior. People will respect you when you learn to ignore them, just as they ignore you. The deepest relationship is the one that brings tears, while the weakest one is the one that leaves you in tears. The greatest relationship is the one that stands by you during your darkest moments. Krishna says that the person who understands emotions is our own, while the one who is detached from them is a stranger. Those who are close in heart, even from afar, are ours. The ones who are near in body but distant in spirit are strangers. A wise person is one who observes and learns from others' qualities, not comparing or envying them. In this world, no one sympathizes. After laying someone to rest, we may wonder how long it will take. Suffering is necessary. It adds depth to life. Empty happiness does not make a person strong, nor does it prepare them for life's dual aspects. Parents are the only ones who truly want you to succeed more than they did. Friendships and relationships are free, but their value is realized only once they are lost. Some pains in life prevent us from living, while some duties prevent us from dying. No matter how many good deeds you do, praise will only come when you forgive. If you forgive once, you're kind-hearted. If twice, you're gentle. but if 3 times, you might be seen as foolish. The most precious thing in life is the present moment. Once someone is gone, they cannot be brought back with all the wealth in the world. If you don't get what you ask for, don't be angry. God gives not what you want, but what is best for you. Krishna says that the one who dies remembering me will reach my supreme abode. When people speak ill of you, don't be upset. They are simply trying to get your attention. Krishna says, I am the earth, the fragrance of fire, the heat of fire, the life of all living things, and the self-discipline of ascetics. Just as a boat is the only way to cross the ocean, truth is the only way to reach heaven. Even if we speak, God listens. That's why he is called God. Even if we don't speak, we still hear his name, and that is Shraddha. Relationships are tied to souls from past lives, otherwise, who knows anyone in this vast world? Weapons harm the body, but words wound the soul. Half of life's sorrows come from our high expectations. Let go of these expectations and you will see that happiness is the real joy of life. Krishna himself had to become Arjuna in the battlefield of life, always fighting the Mahabharata within, guiding himself. The person who works without expecting results is the one who finds success. Ego, too, has its place when we talk about authority, character, and respect. A person's diet should be pure and balanced. Someone who doesn't understand how to eat, when to eat, and where to eat will never achieve great heights in life. A person who doesn't understand the world around them will always see everything as wrong, soon falling into despair. Betraying an innocent person or intentionally causing hurt is the greatest sin. If you want to free yourself from sorrow, learn to appreciate whatever God has provided. Serve others without expecting anything in return, because true service is to God alone. Mistakes are human, and accepting them is part of culture. People change everything: homes, relationships, friends, but remain unhappy because they fail to change themselves. Never doubt God's decisions if you face hardship. Krishna says, the soul is neither born nor dies. This body is made of the 5 elements and will eventually merge with them, but the soul is eternal. Suffering and hardship don't come to harm you, but to test and strengthen your self-confidence. The calm person who speaks gently and works steadily is the one who has discovered truth and is free from pain. Everything that happens is for the best, whether it seems good, bad, or uncertain. Don't regret the past or worry about the future. Live fully in the present. A wise person knows that just as a goldsmith separates impurities from silver, they too can remove their own flaws by continuous effort. Krishna says that in this world, nothing is permanent. In one moment, you can be wealthy and in the next poor. Remove mine and yours from your mind, and everything becomes yours and you belong to everything. Don't rely on time, for those who work hard will never be empty-handed. Change your thoughts and your life will change. Sometimes you will have to walk alone, without family or friends, with only your courage to guide you. It's the most difficult path, but it's the one that shapes you. Life doesn't happen by chance. It teaches you something or makes you into something better. If things don't make sense, people may stop talking to you, even forget to look your way. So expect nothing from others. Paths only end when you lose courage. If you want to learn swimming, you have to get in the water. No one becomes a diver by sitting on the shore. Krishna says that if a person can give up small comforts for a greater good, they will find happiness. Faith in the journey of life nourishes the soul. Good actions build your house, knowledge is your daylight, and vigilance keeps you safe. The real danger doesn't come from enemies, but from those closest to you. For a boat sinks not because of the water outside, but from a hole inside. Health is the greatest gift, contentment is the greatest wealth, and loyalty is the best relationship you have. Never exaggerate your value and never envy others, for jealousy disturbs the mind. People always find ways to praise and criticize.